Hello, class. So here we are in week 2, which should be on or about September 7th, and this is our second lecture. By this point, Team 1 has submitted a direct ad, and we have tried to deduce the Tabasco copy strategy for that ad. Each team has done this. I have given comments. We've done some discussing. Hopefully had a fruitful time with it. You've also individually submitted your objectives to me, and I have commented and returned them. If you haven't done that, get that done now, please. And you may revise those objectives if you agree with my comments, and I encourage you to look at those objectives from time to time. So our agenda for this lecture is as follows. We are going to get a little bit more into the purpose of marketing and what marketing is, that it meets customer needs and wants. We're then going to talk about new customers as well as our most valuable customers, our current customers that do the most business with us, give us the most profit. We're going to talk about something called LTV, which is not a new cable TV channel. It's instead stands for lifetime value, which is the smart way to look at any customer. We're going to talk about the USP a little bit more. We're going to dig more into branding versus direct and what makes direct different. And we're also going to talk about business to business, direct marketing a little bit, because it's important to at least touch on that. Then to help get you ready for your presentations on ocean spray, which is the major workshop presentation due at the end of the term, we're going to talk about planning and how to approach that, which hopefully will give you some ideas on how to start with ocean spray. And also for ocean spray, I'm going to talk to you about how to give an effective presentation. And that is our agenda. What is marketing? Is it going to market? Jig-a-jig-jig? Is it selling things to people in a market? The American Marketing Association, which ought to know, which is a very good association, by the way, a lot of good learning and things to pick up on their website. This is what they say it is. Okay? And this is what I say it is. And I'm sorry, some of this appears to be cut off. But marketing is first meeting a consumer need with a service or product that has a unique selling proposition that meets that need. And then second, effectively launching that product or service into the marketplace using all forms of media and marketing tools to move consumers through the purchase funnel. Marketing moves the consumer to take action. Marketing moves the consumer from prospect to most valuable customer via the purchase funnel, which you all better memorize. So the basics are, you must offer a benefit, value, you must meet a need out there in the marketplace that no one else meets. So you've got a competitive point of difference. Otherwise, you're going to be selling a parity Me Too product, and your only basis for competition is going to be price. And that is not a good business to be in. You must have a USP, a unique selling proposition. This is a phrase that was invented by an advertising man back in the 50s, I think it was, named Ted Bates, who was the head of a very big independent advertising agency called, appropriately enough, Bates Advertising. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Your product has something special going for it. It does something better than any other product. It has a special ingredient, a special software. It has patents. It has a point of difference, allowing it to outperform and outdeliver any other product to meet a need in the marketplace. There are two kinds of customers. There are existing customers, where your goal is to get more business from them and build loyalty, particularly among your MVCs. And everybody else who's not a customer is a potential new customer. However, in the whole universe of billions and billions of people, the new customers you want are the ones who are most likely to become MVCs. Makes sense, right? So if your product tends to be used mostly by older widows who live at home and have cats, then you want to find more widows who live at home and have cats to become new customers. So how do you reach them? Cat Fancier Magazine, ... Loyal customers generate more profits. If treated correctly, they will increase their spending over time. They cost less to serve than new customers because they don't call up as much with problems and issues. They kind of work things out with you and you with them. So it's kind of a steady state relationship. They also recommend your product to other people. Why did LL Bean, up until very recently, unfortunately, give a lifetime guarantee for all their products? So that someone who bought a pair of Maine hunting boots 40 years ago, those are the ones with the rubber bottoms and the leather tops. LL Bean invented those, by the way. So someone with a 40-year-old pair of boots that were beat to heck could actually send them back to LL Bean, and LL Bean would put new rubber bottoms on them and clean up the leather and send them back. Only charge shipping, and not a guaranteed way to make money in each transaction with each customer, but each customer tended to tell everybody, to tell all their friends about how amazing LL Bean was. And so next time you wanted to buy a pair of boots, you're going to go to LL Bean. So that word of mouth advertising, referrals, that advocacy is one of the most powerful forces in all of marketing. Less price sensitive than new customers. They're not as likely to give up their relationship with you just because somebody else has a one-time cheaper price. So if you're used to buying Chevrolets from your Chevrolet dealer every time you need a new car, just because there's a deal on Hondas doesn't mean you're going to go buy a Honda. You'll spend more money for basically the same car because you know what you're getting and you're basically happy with it. Okay, so now we're going to look at a couple of links. But basically here we're talking about loyalty programs and how to reach and market to current customers. Basically, it's not very expensive to market to current customers because we can do emails. And emails are outrageously inexpensive. It's one of the problems. That's why there's so many of them. And that's why your email box is flooded, cluttered. But basically what you do with current customers is you segment your database. Your customer database is often called your house list, but just call it database from now on. And of course, what you want to do here is you want to find the most profitable customers. The ones who spend the most and require the least amount of service are the ones that are the most profitable. By the same token, if you find your LVCs, your least valuable customers, those are the people you'd almost rather want to a competitor because you're likely losing money on them. But the first thing you want to do when you segment your database is to find those MVCs, and you want to create an even stronger relationship with your MVCs. You also want to find segments of people who have exhibited some loyalty and you want to have strategies and programs in place with communications and offers and surveys, which will encourage them to move to loyalty in the purchase funnel and then to advocacy. So you're always doing marketing with inexpensive emails to different segments within your customer database. And the communications are tailored to appeal to that segment. That's a key principle in any direct marketing or database marketing. You have loyalty programs for your current customers. You have social media programs to build loyalty and create groups of followers. You can communicate with them via social media, like, of course, Facebook. And another thing you want to do with current customers is basic cross-selling. So we're going to stop now, and you're going to look at a link to Avis, to their loyalty program. Rental car companies are one of the first companies to develop these programs. And you're going to want to look at 1-800-Flowers.com Facebook page for a minute or two so you can see what some smart companies are doing to build loyalty with their current customers.